Who are you? If I asked you this, how would you reply? I am a family man. I am a student. I am a nerd. I'm an athlete. I'm a goth chick. I'm a loser. I'm a winner. I'm a man. I'm a woman. I'm a horse. I'm an idiot. If you answered with one of those or something similar to one of those, you are wrong. Those are simply roles you take on or are forced into. They are not you. So, who are you then? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I spent years trying to answer this question. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was. My dumbass couldn't even figure out what I believed and what I didn't. I spent way too damn long twiddling my fingers and sucking my thumbs just trying to answer this question. Every morning I woke up and spent the first half hour of my day staring at the ceiling and asking myself, who the hell am I? I was so obsessed with this question because I didn't know what separated me from anybody else. And if nothing separates me from anybody else, I thought that meant I was replaceable. And I thought if I was replaceable, why am I even here then? What's the point of my existence if somebody else could simply take my place and nothing would change? It got so bad at one point I wrote an entire essay to myself in my free time just to try and answer my question. It didn't work. But eventually, I figured it out. Nowadays, instead of waking up and asking myself, who the hell am I now wake up and ask myself, why the fuck do I keep waking up? In this dumbass video, I'm going to try my very best to explain how you can figure out who you are as well. But first, you have to understand why you may feel this way. I'll give you a hint. It's because everything sucks. It's a pretty common theme in my videos if you haven't noticed yet. So, if you want to hear more angry monologues from an idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about, you can go check out my other stuff if you want. But for now, let me go ahead and explain why identity is dying. Red pill, blue pill, black pill, simp, Chad, whatever the fuck, you're all dorks. Many people turn to these labels to answer the question of their identity, which is stupid. Let's say every label is a group. By giving yourself a label, you join the group corresponding to whatever label you've given yourself. Let's say you label yourself as red-pilled, then you join the red pill group. Well, that means you're a part of the red pill group, but you are not the red pill group, and the red pill group is not you. You are not them, and they are not you. I'm not getting into pronouns here. Frankly, I don't give a shit about that stuff. I'm just saying, if you label yourself, you are not that label, and that label is not you. So labels will not help you find your identity. But labels are a quick and easy answer to the question of identity. And given that everybody is so damn lazy, many people simply give themselves a label and leave it at that. I'm a goth girl, I'm a country boy, I'm a punk, I'm a city slicker, I'm an old fart, and I'm a dumbass. There's a danger in doing this, though. If you chalk your identity up to nothing but a label, you become indistinguishable with anybody else in your group of people with that same label. Do you remember what I said earlier about having no qualities that separate you from anybody else? I said I felt that if nothing separated me, I was replaceable. And if I was replaceable, there wasn't really much of a point to my existence. Part of me still believes that, to a certain extent. If you are indistinguishable from anybody else in your group, then you are completely replaceable. And if you are completely replaceable, what is your worth? Let's think of something that is entirely replaceable. Cattle. For a cattle, it doesn't matter if you're big or small or gray or brown. You share the same fate as every other cattle in your group. And you know what happens to all the cattle who have no qualities to separate themselves from the others? You and everybody else in your herd have a farmer who dictates who you are and what you do. And you and all the other cattle share the same destiny. You'll get milked for all you have until the day you're deemed useless. Then you'll get killed for your meat. That's what happens when you are indistinguishable from anybody else who shares your label. So do not simply label yourself and leave it at that. In doing that, you sacrifice who you are to become nothing but a member of a group. And if you are nothing but a member of a group, you are susceptible to manipulation and forced to live a life with no purpose. No more red pill, blue pill, or black pill. I'm taking this new pill. I'm going to call this new pill the clear pill, otherwise known as the I don't give a fuck, I'm not taking a goddamn pill. I strongly recommend that you choose to take the clear pill as well. Another major problem with labeling yourself and joining your group and leaving your identity at that is, well, everybody in that group thinks the same way. One piece of advice that I've always thought was dumb is that you should find like-minded people and stick with them. No, that's stupid for two reasons. The first reason is, well, do you know how magnets work? If you try to push the positive side of one magnet with the positive side of another magnet, they will repel each other. However, if you put the positive side of one magnet with the negative side of another magnet, they will attract each other. I have no idea why the fuck that happens. I never paid all that much attention in science class, but yeah. It's true, both for magnets and for people. For example, if you stick two bossy dickheads in a room together, they will tear each other apart and nothing will ever get done. But if you stick one bossy dickhead and one submissive dork in a room together, they might actually get along. See what I'm saying? The second reason is much more important though. In a group of like-minded people, there will always be a few ideas that almost everybody in the group agrees upon. And if almost everybody agrees on the same few ideas, those ideas will prevail over all other ideas in that group. Once these chosen ideas are set in stone, new ideas will never get the chance to rise, because they will be immediately shut down due to the group's loyalty to the already existing ideas. This makes sure that all new ideas, no matter how great or powerful, will never be accepted by the group. Think of school, politics, social media. I've made videos explaining how all of these kill critical thinking and new ideas. And to sum it up in a sentence, the reason why always traces back to the fact that everybody simply joins a group or a side and stops thinking for themselves. So, do not label yourself and give yourself up to your labels group. And absolutely do not stop thinking. Think, motherfucker. It's not illegal yet. Save yourself from becoming nothing but a stupid, helpless cow. If labels aren't the answer to finding who you are, what is? Well, what worked for me all comes down to one little thing. Values. It took me a long ass time to figure this out, but eventually I found that values dictate who a person is. There's no such thing as a jackass. There are just people who have shit values and therefore act like jackasses. There is no such thing as a family man. There are just people who value being a man and having a family. There's no such thing as an evil person. There are just people who value evil things and therefore are perceived as evil. Values are the keys to the soul. And the best part about this is that you can change your values. Therefore you can change who you are. You are not forced to be someone that you hate. You do not have to act in a way that you hate, or think in a way that you hate, or be a person that you hate. You can be anybody. You just need the right values. The way I went about this is as follows. First, I wrote down the values that I already had and wanted to keep, or new values that I wanted to adopt. These can be personality traits you want to adopt, or things you think are important in life, or characteristics you want to have, or whatever. Just make sure that whatever it is extremely important to you. Find and write down 5 to 10 of the values that are most important to you, and rank them in order of importance. Once you've written them down, commit them to memory. I don't give a shit about how you do this, just do whatever works. Once you've found your most important values and you've memorized them, simply work as hard as you possibly can to become them. And that is not an exaggeration. Work on becoming them as hard as you think you can, then work on it some more. If you think this is too big of an ask, then the values you chose aren't important enough to you. You need to find ones you think are worth dedicating your life to. Once you've found the values that are worth dedicating your life to, congratulations! You now know who you are. You finally have a real identity. You have your values set in stone, you have unique core aspects of yourself that you will defend to the death, you aren't mindlessly part of a group, you aren't a stupid fucking cow, and if you actually memorized your top values in order, you now know off the top of your head who the hell you are. Good job, internet person. I'm proud of you. So, who are you? You should be able to answer this question now. You should let me know in the comments. But don't dox yourself. I mean, like, comment your values, not your fucking address. And as to who I am, well, I'll let you try and guess that in the comments as well. Who am I kidding? I'm just trying to make this video do well, so yeah, if you comment, it'd help. Thanks. Nothing good has ever come easy. It's easy to live with the comfort of blindly labeling yourself and being part of a group. It's easy to be a lazy dumbass. It won't be easy to become someone with strong values that you will work on for life and defend to the death. It won't be easy, but it's necessary. You know, one thing that pisses me off is that the people who adopt these labels that are in these groups that took these pills often think that they and the people in their group are the only ones who think different from the rest. They like to call other people NPCs and stupid shit like that. If you call a human being an NPC, you're a fucking dumbass. Stop that shit. You can still save yourself. But if you continue calling people NPCs after watching this video, you're a giga dumbass. All these people in these groups think that they are the only ones who are different from the rest. And if everybody thinks they are the only one who's different, nobody is different. If nobody is different, we will never progress as a species. So we need to stop doing this. Not only are you capable of having strong values and a unique identity, but you need to. If 99.9% of people are nothing but stupid grouped up cattle that leads all the important thinking and decision making to the 0.01% who aren't, that is a surefire way to send the world straight into shitsville. Corruption and misery will almost be guaranteed. I mean, do you trust these political fuckers? I don't. And if you do, why? It's necessary not only for your personal benefit, but also for the world, for you to sacrifice the comfort of labels and groups and become a true individual. So yeah, everything sucks. Like and subscribe, and let's change the world together. And remember, we're all going to die anyways, so you might as well chase your dreams.